This new shadow is perfect. Let's talk about it. What's good, YouTube? NoGoodEman here, coming to you today with a KAISEL shadow breakdown video. So guys, KAISEL just released in the latest update, and honestly, this is a crazy shadow they've added in the game. We need to talk about why he's a perfect shadow, but before we get into that, make sure you guys leave a like on the video. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a live or an upload. But let's get straight into it. Talking with the KAISEL shadow, let's go ahead and open up his wyvern and read his codex a little bit. It's forbidden for one's monarch's creation to tame another's, but the boy Sunjinu did it, and it's super dope and exciting. Now, with KAISEL, guys, we need to talk about extraction and upgrades. As far as upgrades, you see I have him currently on common. Should you upgrade KAISEL shadow? Well, starting off, if we talk about his shadow authority, all team members' ultimate skill damage increases by 8%. This is a very good shadow authority, but I may say this may be preemptively added. Now, right now, the only hunters that really benefit from this might be your Charlotte. So Charlotte, let's say Sunjinu, of course, maybe Choi Jonin, Cha Hae-in. This can obviously help out those hunters, and honestly, for like the Cha Hae-in, the Choi Jonins, for the Sunjinus, it might be worth it to upgrade it to Elite Knight. Now, again, I say this preemptively because really, I'm pretty sure Sunjinu is going to get a new ultimate very soon, so I want to say upgrading him is not the worst decision. What I will also say is, when you guys do upgrade KAISEL, you'll get this Flight of the Wyvern effect. Now, there's no special effect here, but the effect itself does a decent amount of damage, and really KAISEL himself does a decent amount of damage with his skills. So let's look at his skills real quick, whether it's the Breath of White Flames, whether it's the Rage of White Flames, whether it's the Waves of White Flames, or whether it's the War of the Heavens. Guys, KAISEL does a lot of good things as far as a shadow, and you see it on screen right now. When you guys summon KAISEL, he's going to increase your on-field speed for about 20 seconds. And again, this is super good just because this is a basic skill. This isn't a shadow authority skill, meaning you guys get this if KAISEL is a sub shadow. So if we go, let's say, to manage teams real quick, and we're managing our shadows, you can see how I'm kind of running him right now. So let's say I'm running a team literally just like this, where we have Amamiya Mirai, where we need to run like a big rock shadow for the basic skill damage increase. I can still run KAISEL so that we're boosted as far as speed on the field. I feel like, hey, the faster the better. That's even better for your hunters. Why wouldn't you want to be faster in the game if you want to be? So if we're talking about how you should comprise your team when it comes to KAISEL, this is currently what we're looking at. So Big Rock, KAISEL, Serbi. Again, Big Rock because we want to increase the skill damage, KAISEL because we want to increase the speed, and then Serbi because you always want that combustion effect on the field. Let's be real, guys. And then for the hunter side of things, now this is when it can get interesting, because for your hunters, you can only have 3 shadows, but we can't forget about Big Boy Iron that's going to decrease defense by 12%. So for hunter mode, there's no Sunjinu to do your shadow steps to get that 60% defense decrease. So we need to be mindful of this and strategically pick a lineup. And what I think is, honestly, for the hunter side of things, let's say if we're doing my win meta team, let's bring up real quick. Boom, there's my win meta. This is probably what I'm gonna look at. So as you can see, KAISEL doesn't necessarily fit here. Honestly, let's say my win meta team, I need Big Rock as that primary. I better have Big Rock as that primary if I'm using Amamiya Mirai. I need that defense decrease, so he's going down by 12%. And I also need that combustion skill. So KAISEL doesn't really fit on the hunter side of things, but that's just for the win team. So let's say the dark team. I know this says fire up here, but ignore that. The dark team, that's Big Rock. KAISEL definitely fits here. This is a nuclear lineup for any type of skill or any type of team where you're relying on your ultimate, even the light team. So let's go back to the light team now. Boom, we're relying on that Cha Hae-in ultimate. Use KAISEL. So honestly, guys, KAISEL is a very good shadow. Right now, I just personally have not upgraded him. I find that Big Rock as a shadow is providing me way more utility, and honestly, with me being more so suited for Sunjinu gameplay, KAISEL's not seeing the field too much on hunter mode, so that's why I personally didn't find that I needed to upgrade him. But guys, in all honesty, I think that you guys should at least upgrade him to at least Knight. Now, if we need to do it for video's sake, so you know that I'm about it, why not? Let's go ahead and promote the big boy KAISEL. That just looks nasty and nice, and he gets a nice little hue, so it's pretty fire. Look at that now. Now he looks way more like KAISEL, and then that last upgrade is probably fantastic as well. Honestly, there's no real reason for me to hold on to these traces. It's gonna be a pretty long time before we get a new shadow, so why not? Let's go ahead and take him to Elite Knight. Yes, play the claps. I know. Mid-video, we change our mind. Why not, guys? Honestly, this looks sick now. The hue at Elite Knight just looks crazy. Watch the devs add like, they're like, hey, a new shadow's dropping like next week. Hope you saved your traces, right? And then we're just screwed, which would be super unfortunate. But the point is, guys, I'll be the test dummy. I'll upgrade the shadows so you guys can know if you should upgrade them. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elite Knights, and that's super crazy. How does your army of shadows looks, guys? I know definitely on the whale side of things, I want to say my army total power is pretty low. My army level is honestly also pretty low. I need to play out more gates, maybe buy more keys and get my army power up. So make sure you guys are utilizing your shadow army to the best of your potential. The best way to get your shadow army as high as possible is to play out your gates. So playing out your gates, that's going to get you various different things, whether it's the abysmal fragments, abysmal energy, abysmal essence, traces of shadows, or shadow energy. You can literally get any one of those or any amount of those in any gate. So here we get, let's say, abysmal energy. Here we get shades, and with shades, you can just use that to summon shadows. So usually I want to say you don't have to worry about shades anymore. I will say when shadows first was a thing, or when people started unlocking shadows, shades was a big problem, right? I haven't seen insufficient shades in a long time, which is a pretty good thing, I can't lie. So definitely, I'm not complaining. No complaints there, of course, but playing out your gates, guys, that can reward you with various different things. Of course, you should play out your gates regardless, because that is a daily, and you of course want to utilize that if you have special suite, right? Now, finally, final thoughts. KAISEL is a very good shadow. Where would I rank him among the other shadows? Well, I honestly don't put him above Big Rock for sure. I don't know if I put him above Egress. I literally still, I can't turn him above Egress, guys. Let's be real. But I say he can fit in the third slot. So literally, like, this is honestly the perfect order. So Egress, Big Rock, and then KAISEL. I probably rank it just like that. In all honesty, Big Rock is probably the best shadow in the game right now, which is insane to say, but hey, game is game, guys. But go ahead and leave your thoughts, theories, and comments about the Wyvern KAISEL. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Peace.